and it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. We're going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Good afternoon, folks. Happy Saturday. Paddy here in the box. A little bit of a switch up here today. We are live. It is round 4. We're at Brands Hatch, and it is the Asetek Corsa Competizione World Tour here at Phoenix Sim Sports. But just before we get started, just a little reminder, a little happy news. The affiliation upgrade is still there, so if you're wanting some new gear, Asetek is where you want to be heading to. Make sure you go check them out. Get to the store, get to the checkout, and put in Phoenix Sim Sport as your code, and get a cheeky little 5% off from us. A little delay, we'll have to say, to start processions today. We've had some Kuno server issues. I've had some technical issues, but we are up and running, so we're just going to go straight into a delayed qualifying session. Now, it isn't just myself in the box today. Mav is with me. He is just taking a bit more of a backseat role this week. Good afternoon, Mav.
Yes. Hello. How are we doing, everyone? Looking forward to this. This should be a really good race.
It should be a good race. So, I have kind of taken your seat. It's a very nice fitting seat, I must admit, for this week's race.
Kept it warm for you.
You have indeed. And a whole box of Tim Horton donuts. Ain't I a lucky guy?
Exactly. Can't say I don't look after you.
Ah, you're a good chap. Shall we explain to the viewers what the swap about is for this week?
Yeah, so today Paddy's going to be doing the streaming, which does then free myself up to do a little bit more of the live stewarding side of things. Just a little bit of a change, looking to improve the quality of the racing you see here at Phoenix Sim Sport. And hey, Paddy's better at streaming anyway, aren't you?
I wouldn't say that. I ain't going to blow my trumpet too loud. But what I will say is last week at Suzuka definitely proved that having two of us in the box is extremely handy with all the action that these guys are giving us on track. Because they were not holding back last week.
No, for sure. Dear me, doesn't it take two of us? Yeah, so definitely it's, I think, a very welcome change. Yep, you're well looked after today, everyone.
Oh yeah, I've got my tea, got my Tim Hortons. Unfortunately, I've not got my overlays, but we'll come back to that at some point or another. Slightly irritated by that, but we can't always have it our way. We are at Brands Hatch, legendary track. Fans of the British Touring Car Championship will know this place extremely well.
For sure. What a beautiful circuit.
Very technical, very tight. Is a very major difference from what we came from at Suzuka. Well, there are some major differences. This is more clockwise, I believe, while Suzuka is counterclockwise track layout. Don't quote me on that one.
Well, Suzuka would be in between due to the crossover. Although, yeah, you're probably talking most of the S's and stuff. You know, that's where a lot of the tire wear is going to be.
Yeah.
You know, but for sure, yep. And an interesting feature here is that hilly turn 1. Whenever the car goes up over the top of the rise and it just starts to lose grip on you, very, very tricky for the drivers here today. So we need to keep an eye on that and see how to deal with it.
And again, I think a lot of these front engine cars such as the BMWs and Mercedes will have the advantage coming over there today. They will have the weight when they go to put the brakes on, coming into that very tighty right corner, coming up over the brow. But then we do have a lot of balance coming from the McLarens and the Lamborghinis. But saying that, top 3 at the moment are all front engined cars, and that Lexus is in about it again. That thing, the beast. But not many straight lines here at Brands Hatch, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for the Lexus to really stretch out and about. I wonder if Val Thunder's going to basically have a good run like he did last week. He did a really good run at Suzuka. So Mr. Schultz, he's in the Lamborghini and in the pits. So we just saw him in the grass there, so he's obviously just came at the end of his run. We still have 10 minutes. We're halfway through qualifying at the moment. It is Grazik currently on provisional pole position with a 1:23.502, fastest second sector. with Verlinski right behind him. There is really not much between them at all. What is that? Less than 2/10? It is less than 2/10. No, sorry, less than 2/100ths of a second to P1, and he's fastest in the middle sector. And this is where it just gets hilarious. Val Thunder is 2/1000ths of a second off the back of Verlinski in P2 as it currently stands. So it's right close at the front, mate.
Yes, indeed.
We're looking a little bit further down the grid. So basically, Ps 1 to 4 at the moment, they're all within a tenth and a half each other. Then there's a bit of a gap going from P4 to P5, but obviously we've still got half of the session of qualifying left to go. I'm still not quite woken up, I don't think, or I'm still in recovery from the MX-5s yesterday. I haven't quite decided.
Oh, yeah. Still plenty of recovery there still to go as well. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness, what action there too.
That's scary. It's been that since Thursday. So we've had the TATS series, we've had the NMX5s yesterday, and now we're bringing you the GT3 run here on Assetto Corsa Competizione. And yeah, so far it's been a busy week. My voice hates me, but we're going to carry on because it's fun. Still moving. We have no change at the front at the moment. Though Grisic has gone slightly faster, ever so slightly faster, so the gap to P2 is now 6/100ths of a second instead of 2/100ths of a second, so slight increase. Ivanov has closed up the gap to P4, but not by much. There is still 9/10ths off that. GOVEE is, what is that, 2/1000ths of a second behind Ivanov. So it just shows you how close these drivers are at the moment. Crossland is 7th currently, 1.2 seconds off the pace and 3/10ths behind Way. Then it's Brewer at 8th, Lau in 9th, Webb in 10th, Spinner in 11th, Rouse in 12th, Fuller in 13th, Koenig in 14th, Enrico 15th, and Amar is 16th. So that is our current lineup. 16 drivers on the grid. And the tight and twisty Brands Hatch. Weather conditions, I believe they are meant to be staying nice and clear. We have a bit of a midday run. There's 20 degrees air temperature. I'm just going off the top of my head because all my overlays are not working. And 27 on track, if my brain would let me try and remember that. I think
Currently looking at 23 where I'm sitting.
Oh.
But yeah, so it's a little bit colder track temperatures out there. Yeah, maybe you're measuring at a different point. You know, where have you put your thermometer?
Why did I just look at my cup of tea for that?
yeah, there you go. Exactly. I hope your cup of tea is a bit warmer than 27, otherwise that would be a terrible cup of tea.
I don't know. It's been sat there for a while I was shouting at my overlays. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of a cold session out there today for the guys. That's going to be tough on graining on the tires. What tends to happen at these cold temperatures is the tire grains and it loses an awful lot of grip. So it's going to be especially tricky for the guys to handle. But hey, that's what being a driver is all about. So
yeah.
let's see how they get on with it out there.
For all you guys that are not too clued up on tyre phrases, graining is when the car is sliding across the surface. Of course, it's going to be doing more so. There isn't as much grip on the track, though, truth be told, cars do actually run quicker in colder conditions. When the car begins to slide and that tyre is sliding across the tarmac, it starts to pull away at the rubber, starts to tear it, starts to open it, and then you get the little bubbles of rubber collecting. You're not going to get a smooth, solid surface at that point, and it starts to eat at the tyre. That's graining in probably the worst description you ever heard.
I think that was perfect.
Oh, thanks. I'm never going to get into teaching.
Understood that.
Never going to get into teaching, trust me. As we're looking back at the times at the moment, 1:23.420 for Linsky. He is nice. So he's taken provisional pole position from Grisic, and that is now 4/100ths of a second. Val Thunder dropping a little further back. He's a 10th off the pole time at the moment. He's on a 1:23.522.
Wow, yeah, Gresic's really not far off as well as Val Thunder. This is going to be insanely close up at the front there.
Yeah, those three seem to be trading times quite relentlessly. So yeah, we're going to see some extremely close battling between those guys. And that Lexus is just... how is he doing it? This is Farinsky is a magician, I have to say, because I've never seen Alexis go around a corner, but he manages it.
Yeah. Somehow he's just absolutely mastered that car, and it really genuinely appeared to be a bit of a boat. But yeah, Farinsky's got a hand on it.
I tell you what, he's one captain, I'll give him that, because he is driving that boat like he has never driven before. And saying that, I am currently on board with Val Thunder, who is 0.3 of a second up on his time. So when he crosses the line, he should, there you go, goes P1 by just over a tenth, almost 0.2. Fantastic run.
My goodness, absolutely beautiful lap from Val Thunder there. And only taking the third purple sector as well, so
incredible. It's Ferlinsky in sectors 1 and 2 we have to worry about. If he can hook up sector 3, then he is going to be unstoppable. So he's somehow lost 0.3 of a second, almost 0.3 of a second overall in just sector 3.
That's interesting. I wonder, is that a mistake?
Maybe so, but it is the more technical part of the circuit. We're on board with Grazik at the moment into sector 3, and you'll see what I mean. It's a couple of very tight right-handers, a very small bit of straight, then it goes into another left-hander, another small straight, then the long banking right-hander at the start-finish straight, which, if you're not careful, will throw the car off balance. You can't just fully throttle it coming through that last bend. It's got quite an angle on it, the track, I have to say, coming up there. I've never been there in person, but I've heard that the angle, the camber on the track through that last corner is quite brutal here at Brands.
Does certainly even look at even just on the game itself, but I can only imagine what that would be like in real life.
So Grazik did lose time overall there. Gonna go on board with Mr. Koenig, who is almost a second up on his time. He hasn't really set a representative lap at the moment in the Ferrari. He's 2 seconds off the pace, and I'm pretty sure he can go quicker. Oh, as he goes very wide into turn 1. And if we're all wondering why Mr. Amar is disqualified, he had a qualifying penalty. I don't have the penalty list up at the moment, so I don't know what for exactly, but he will not be participating in qualifying and will be starting at the back of this race, which is an hour long and mandatory pit stop. So don't just think the qualifying order is going to be the running order. Things will change rapidly throughout this race.
Yeah, that's just Amar is serving a quali ban for on his license. He just gained the penalty marks there in the previous race, which did step over the mark for a qualifying ban. It's tough, qualifying ban. It does mean you're going to be starting from the back. Yeah, Brands Hatch is just going to be one of those tricky circuits to get through as well. So not a great place to be serving a penalty.
I have to agree, yeah, very, very tough one, but anything is possible. If we look back at the Tata series a couple of nights ago, Mr. Tachus, he started at the back, race 2, and look how quickly he got through the grid. Anything is possible. It happened in the MX-5s yesterday as well, I believe. There was a last to first challenge completed.
Yes, indeed. If I'm not mistaken, that was Sam? Rocketed through.
Sam, he got through well as well.
Sam,
Mikhail and Miku. Oh no, I was going to say Miku, but he started pulling the second race. That's right.
Yeah.
He tactically got through by coming last in the first race.
Through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tactical pull.
What did it cost? Victory in the first race, but totally worth it.
Yes, but totally worth it.
So Borje Way is making improvements. Schultze is also making improvements. He was almost 0.3 up, but Val Thunder, I'm going to go on board with him, is almost a 10th up already coming through Sector 1. So he is looking to improve. Ferlinsky's about even just behind him on the road right now, so there's no improvements from him. Gracie is not out, he's in the pits. Schultz is going to improve, but I don't think it's going to be enough to push P3, but he's not going to be far off the pace, that is for sure. But I want to see if Val Thunder here can improve. He's almost 2/10 up. Would you believe this? He's almost 2-3 up. He's gone wide.
Goodness.
He's gone a little bit wide.
It's valid.
No. That
That was going to be huge.
That would have been the first 122 of the day if he'd pulled that one
That
off.
would. Yep, that was on
Unlucky.
for a 22.
And there's no other major improvements here for Linsky. Oh, however, he found a little bit of time there, but he's lost a little on the exit. What can he do in the final corner here? He's about...
Oh, I think he can only challenge here if he's made a mistake here in an earlier lap, but it doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like an improvement, no, and I think he is going to just accept it is P3 for him. There are no many on the track that are improving. Mr. Lau, he is not. Ivanov, so just watch a BMW just going, nope, I'm getting out of the way. Good lad. He cuts that tight and then he drops the gear, runs the car wide, couple of tyres onto the grass. Notorious bit of the circuit, this. I love Brands Hatch and the GT3s. I just don't think I'm competent enough to run for an hour.
Oh, they're an absolute match made in heaven, these cars with this track. It's genuinely one of the best circuits for these cars to run on, and an absolute joy to watch.
I couldn't agree anymore. And again, big fan of the British Touring Car Championship, so it's just, this place is awesome.
Oh, yes, indeed. Paddy, we've got Val Thunder on pole.
We do indeed, and it's not by a small, slender margin that we were looking at the start of this session. It's turned out to be 10th and a half, just over.
That's incredible. So, and that Brands Hatch as well, which is a smaller circuit. So, this could be absolutely electric today. Could we see 4 different winners in 4 races of this season? What an incredible start of the season.
I would love to see that, honestly, for the championship. I'd love to see that. 4 different winners? Absolutely. So, we had Val Thunder, pole position. Just over a 10th and a half behind him is Grizik in P2. Then a further almost 10th behind him is Verlinsky in the Lexus in P3. As you can see him currently on camera shot, flashing the lights in the pit lane. It's just we all know that it is him. Then it's Schultz P4, Vey and Vey? I can never pronounce those smaller...
I think it's Way.
Way. Yep. We'll go Way.
Yep.
Right. Just remember, this is the way. Way, right.
This is the way.
This is the way. P5. Right, I'll just call him Mando. No. I'm terrible, I know. Brewer in P6, Ivanov in P7, Crossland P8, it's Webb P9, Lau in P10, Spinner in P11, Koenig is P12, Rose is 13, Fuller 14, and Amar, obviously not qualifying due to his ban, will be starting at the back at P15 today. So we got some spiciness. But, the funny thing is, Verlinsky is the fastest man on track by quite a margin through sectors 1 and 2. I mean, he is a good 10th quicker than anyone through sector 2.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, it's sector 3 where the BMWs seem to have the legs over the Lexus. So what is it? Are you going to be able to do anything at the start of this race? Do you think challenge the BMWs early, try and make the gap on them, hold them up a bit?
Oh, that's going to be a very good question indeed. What do you do? I really don't know. This is going to be a really, really tricky race. I think really Verlinsky's probably just going to have to see how the first lap goes, settle in, and then go from there. Oof.
I'm going to have to agree with you. I
There's
think
no...
Oh, sorry, man.
Sorry.
I was going to say, I think the key to this race, I believe, would be patience. Is
definitely
Verlinsky's best bet. I think everything could be make or break in the pits as well today, because it is a relatively short pit lane here at Brands Hatch.
It could. It might very well be. Dive into the pits and undercut, overcut. It could be all down to strategy here today. This is going to be really, really interesting.
It is indeed. I mean, we said this last week as well, overcut, undercut, and 90% of the grid proceeded to, jump in the pits at the exact same time. So hopefully this week we'll see a little bit of strategy switcherooing.
Indeed. Oh, we need to do grid walk.
Oh, shoot. Yes, we do.
Yeah. So if you don't mind hitting drive and then go on to Val Thunder and press F7 for us.
Yep, well, Thunder,
Recap.
7, and we are about to use my arrow keys for the first time in forever.
Yeah, and then I'm going to have to talk almost as quick as these guys are driving. Val Thunder on pole here today, car 995, taking a pole, if I'm not mistaken, for the first time. Can this be converted into a win here today? That would be, as I say, 4 different drivers winning this season out of 4 races. Gresick alongside could very well be another one that could also mean 4 out of 4 for Linsky in P3. Ready to challenge, though. He doesn't want to make it 4 out of 4. He wants to take another win. Schulze as well wants to take another win, competing for the championship. Way, what can he do there today? Probably a little bit off pace to the front 4, but definitely able to have a good race there in P5. Brewer and Ivanov they're in for a very good battle here today. Crossland doing a good job up in P8 here today. Does Brands Hatch suit him? Car 76 could do very well. Webb in the top 10 again. Good to see him up there. And let's see him score some good points today. Lau, car 62 in P10. And we've got Spinner in P11. Can he get into that top 10 as well? Gain good points. Koenig, probably a little bit lower down than he would like to be, but close to that top 10. Still good points around here. Ruiz in P13. This would be good points today as well. Fuller starting in 14th. And we have Amar and Endricio then in 15th and 16th. Both serving a qualifying ban. So keep an eye on their race today, because it's going to be very interesting to see how well they can come through the field. Wow, and I'm surprised I did that within the time I did.
You did real well.
I think I should get some points today.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you should get a nice little trophy as well. I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, we go.
I will go and I will use the Phoenix account to buy myself a trophy.
That sounds like a
good
deal.
Wonderful. Yeah, we are in for an absolute electric race, as I say here today. This is going to be really good fun.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Turn 1's going to be incredibly tight. I can see down here at the start, generally because of the banking, the right hand, the fact it looks slow, but it isn't a slow corner by any means. These are not small cars. These are not MX-5s. These are not Tatus Formula 3s. These are big GT3 cars. They are your supercars, your big family cars, you know, obviously with a bit more power and slightly bigger wings. But
slightly bigger.
Slightly bigger. I mean, yeah, if I owned a BMW, surely the wing would be that big. But that's it. They're a lot bigger than a lot of the other classes that run around here. And I think we're going to be in for a very adventurous couple of sectors once the race gets going, though. We do have a full formation lap, so we get to see the cars wiggle their way down the road for a lap. I always do find that the funniest part of a race, to be honest, is watching at the end of the Nürburgring. Probably one of my favourites, I'll have to open up, is looking down the dot in the Haar on the opening lap, well, the formation lap, and you're just watching about 38 GT3 cars just weaving in and out like a giant snake.
Yep.
I don't know why, I find that quite mesmerising.
Oh, it's great. Yep, it's great.
I tell you what, I'll have to admit, definitely something you should go see in person.
Oh, for sure, for sure. That is definitely on the bucket list.
I'll have to take you one day, buddy.
But you can't beat a Phoenix Sim Sport race.
You
This is where it's really at.
This is where it's at. It's warmer in here, I'll give you that.
Yeah, well, true. Yeah, you know. And you don't have to worry about camping as well. You get to stay in your own bed. It's great.
It is great. You've got a kettle, something you can't take with you.
Yeah.
Anything's possible when you go motor racing.
Yeah, oh, yes, indeed, indeed.
It was like last year, I was saying when I went to the touring cars at Knockhill, I took my portable barbecue with me.
Oh, great.
So sat there trackside on a Sunday with a barbecue between both the seats with every member of the crowd going, what? I'm not paying £10 for a burger. Ah, good times, good times. So,
Yes, indeed.
here we are on the warm-up lap. It's looking, we're on board with Val Thunder at the moment, as he wants to keep the pack relatively close to me. Won't want to gap up and cool his brakes and tyres down too much come the end of the lap. So he's not really wiggling all too much. Down to weigh in P5.
Yeah,
Lovely.
generally with the GT3s, you want to be warming the tyres more with dragging the brakes. That is holding 10% brake while applying the throttle as well. An awful lot better because brakes, after all, are giant heat generation machines. So it's an awful lot better and more stable as well. You run the risk whenever you are weaving of introducing graining that we talked about earlier, and we got an absolutely wonderful lesson on. And you also run the risk of spinning out. Not that Maverick has ever done that before.
Oh no, none of us would know anything about that.
No,
no,
never.
No. One thing I definitely...
Actually, sorry. Talking about that, someone did. Is it? I can't tell if it was Webby or Spinner. I think. Yeah,
Webby's back.
Webby is
Yeah.
way out of position. Now, he does get back to position in time, but if there's damage on that car, he's going to be starting this race on the back foot, basically. And if those tires are, superheated or whatever,
Yeah, we
that's
definitely
not going to be
don't...
a good start.
So we are going to jump on board Helicam with Verlinski as they're
Oh, here we go.
approaching.
Oh,
Going to pack up. And they are off skis. Here we go, Brands Hatch. We've got a whole hour of this. Into turn one. Everyone's looking kind of neat and tidy at the moment. A few bollards have decided they're going to go on vacation. Coming up at the first major bit of braking zone here for the guys. Are we going to say nice and behaving? Schultze was trying it on Verlinski there, and he has got the inside line. The Lexus hasn't got the tyres warmed up at all. The Lamborghini's taking the inside. It's going to be a little bit of a drag race. The Lexus should have it here, but he does the outside line. Schultze, he goes, nope, mine, I'm having that, mate, thanks very much. Closes the door back off. Lexus has nowhere to go, and Verlinski down to P4 off this start, and it looks like weight is all over the back of it, but look at the Lexus go here. This is incredible.
the legs on that machine.
Yeah, Schultze closing the door early, like he saw what was coming, but this is just where the Lexus will start to eat the other guys up. We have a drive-through for Enrico as well. I wonder if he jumped the start.
No, that was applied at the start. That is license penalties as well. So, yep, no major concerns there for those guys. That is all present and correct there.
Just looked a little bit late on mine, but that was just me. But yeah, that was not the start Verlinski would have wanted to start. There. Just double negative myself. Verlinski would not have wanted that start. It was, again, I don't think he got the tyres completely warmed up. He didn't get the greatest start off the line. Lex is obviously having a lot of bit of problems, and we're getting a little bit of nibbling back off. There's that Brewer looking to go, what? He's having a sniggle on the outside, inside of Ivanov, and he makes it. It looks like Crossland's going backwards as well with spin. Oh, Crossland. He's had a nip and a bump, yep. And he's out. It looks like he had contact with what looks like the McLaren ahead. The black and blue car. No, that's a Ferrari, I believe.
I think it might have been with Spinner. He had the contact, actually.
I think it might have been Spinner, right? Yeah. I couldn't see exactly, but it looked like he had a little...
moment.
Oh, that was a bit close and nippy there. That was a bit tight. We are nipping back to the lead because this gap is starting to come down. Oh, I've just joined it as Val Thunder has gone extremely wide.
Oh!
And he's gifted the lead to Grizik. Caught that just in time.
Carlos into it as well.
It does. This draws the top four closer together, and Val Thunder making a couple of mistakes there. Not ideal for him. So we're going to jump into the camera view as the cars come down and start finish straight again. There's not much between your top four here, so it's Grizik in P1. He is currently 0.8 ahead of Val Thunder. Schultze is 0.2 behind Val Thunder now. He's right behind him. Berlinski's not dropping off either. He's up to 0.6. So we are, what, literally under 2 seconds, I think, between the entire top 4. Another little battle is Way. Something's happened to Way. He's going backwards. We're looking at Way going backwards.
Yeah, he's off turn 1.
Oh, and there's major damage to the back of that McLaren.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
It is going to hurt early doors. Is Lau here? He is in the pits. Lau is in the pits. Heavily damaged. I didn't realise that. Didn't notice that. Wonder what happened to him. Heavy, heavy damage onto Lau's car there. That BMW looks out of commission.
It really does. That's going to take a long time to repair. That's really unfortunate. It was a good starting position there for Lau, but yeah, one of those things.
It's one of those things. The biggest winner, I'll have to say, Maverick, out of everything from the starts is Amar. Had the drive-through. Not the drive-through, sorry, the qualifying penalty, qualifying ban. He is now up to P8, and he is 0.3 of a second behind Spinner. So he is making his way up the order real quick right now. As we're seeing, Val Thunder's had another mistake. He's off. It is a big accident for Val Thunder. Massive damage to the front of that BMW.
Oh, no. Oh, with having such good promise in qualifying.
I'm going to go back to the replay and have a little look
now.
here. Let's have a look at the helicam and see what was happening on board with Val Thunder. As we're coming up into the last turn, what has happened? Oh no!
It's understeered wide.
Oh, and he's... Oh, Furling.
Just clipped the grass. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
That is really unfortunate. Oh, that is going to ruin up his race down into P6 right now. Webb is dropping back down the order. Looks like Crossland and Spinner have made up positions as well. So gap at the front now is Grizik is leading Schulze by 1.4 seconds. Then it's a further... It's looking like a further 0.9 back to Ferlinski. Brewer in 4th, who is 2 seconds ahead of Ivanov. Sorry. And then we've got Val Thunder, who is losing time by the handful. He's going to have to pit early, I think, to repair that damage, or he's going to have a long, suffering first stint here.
Yeah, that's going to be a long way to go on those tyres. So, hard decisions for car 995 right now.
There's some major decisions indeed. I bet he'll be kicking himself, and I'm looking at it. Yep, I've called it. He is in the pits for early repairs.
Made. Yep.
He might not change his tyres though. He might just think he'll stick it out, or 55, well, just over 50 minutes, I'd say, on a set of tyres. They will make it, but they'll not be feeling good come the end of this race. Koenig is up into P10. He's starting to make some ground.
And the tail of Way here, put pressure on that McLaren ahead.
He really is, and he's not relenting at all, is he? And it's another more good progress. He's made a couple of positions from the start. Lau is back on track and making up some ground, but he's got a lot to cover up, and it won't be long, I believe, until the leaders will be getting up and around him. In fact, yes, he's currently 1 minute 13 behind Grizik, so they're about 10 seconds between P1 and Lau at the moment, unfortunately for him. I wished I'd caught that one and I'd remembered to have replayed to have seen what had happened to him, but not a great start to the race for him. Amar, I praised him for doing so well so early. Is somehow had an accident and has dropped himself down to P14, but he is all over the back of Indricio.
That's probably both of them having served their drive-throughs now, because they are now clear. So these guys are now racing for position.
Well, this is why we have you in the commentary box, because you're keeping me straight today. Plenty to keep going. So this is going to be a good battle.
Amar's car, which seemed to not be wanting to keep straight to that thing, it looks like a complete handful.
Oh, the McLaren. Oh, she runs very wide. Oh, yes. Oh, well held, Amar. Well held. Yeah, the McLaren around here is an extremely difficult drive. It is my main drive myself, is the 720S. Around here, it is a twitchy nightmare. Great fun.
A
quick.
Beauty. Oh,
But
yeah.
If you're not gentle with it, it's going to kick you
Oh,
into
she
a wall.
bites.
Oh, she bites.
Yeah. She bites.
She bites
Oh,
hard.
yeah.
But good fun. Good fun. Gap at the front now, almost up to 2 seconds between Schultze and Griesek. So there is a gap. Verlinski is dropping back, however. He's now up to 1.3 seconds behind the Lamborghini driver in P3. And Brewer is 9 seconds off the lead still in P4. So the gap is kind of opening up a little bit there.
Webb and Spinner just changing there. Webb making it up to P7, overtaking Spinner, who's down to P8.
It does seem like the Lexuses are having a lot of struggles at the start of the race. Oh, geez.
They do seem to, but Ferlinski, 23-1-2-0 for first lap of the race so far.
I think that Lexus is coming into its element, especially with him. Tires will be nice and warm right now.
Maybe that's what it is. It just takes a little bit of time to get up to temperature.
Oh, Schulze goes very wide.
Oh, interesting.
And this is this is a thing about Brands Hatch. It's a narrow circuit, so there's not much runoff if things do go wrong. Oh, I know there's other battles going on the track, but I kind of want to keep an eye on this one, even though Way's all over the back of Spinner, who's over the back of Webb right now. Ivanov is all over the back of Brewer. Oh yeah, this is great. Schultze is losing time though. Griesek is now 3 seconds up, 3.3 seconds, as Way looks to have made a move on Spinner and made it.
Yeah, Spinner goes massively wide down into the penultimate corner, and Way takes advantage now up into P8
as we see that. Yeah, just he ran the tires a little bit wide there onto the gravel, no grip, and as you said, just let the McLaren through. But we are going to go back on board here with Verlinski, and he is hounding the back of that Lamborghini. It's not going to be long. Here we go. This is where the Lexus will be earning its pocket money right now. Look at the gap coming down on those straights. Lamborghini's got it a little bit better here, but I'm not going to put anything past Verlinski. He is a fantastic driver, especially in this car, and he throws it round like it shouldn't be thrown around.
News from further down the grid, Ruiz makes it up into P11. Fuller down to P12 for now. Ruiz with a lovely move down the inside at turn 2.
Let's see if we can catch up with this one. Oh no, I just missed that.
Yeah, might be a little bit too far ahead now.
Yep.
Too much action!
Too much to do!
Keep going. Too much to do.
It looks like Way and Webb have swapped positions as well.
Yeah, something going on here. Ooh, yeah, Webby. Getting a little wide, catching the grass, and that does send him wide. So, a little mistake there from Webby. Losing a position.
Amar is all over. Oh, just caught that one.
Wow.
Hendricio has that back end of that BMW going for it, and Koenig is in the pits. Oh, look at the damage to the front of that car.
Oh, that's early.
I don't know what had happened between them, but...
Is that a recent incident, or is that from the start? I'm not quite able to tell right now.
A lot of damage, so it must have been done semi-recently.
It is. It must have.
We've got Fuller, who is battling with Rose at the moment. Oh, we missed it. Verlinski has taken P2. Apologies, viewers. So much going on here. Verlinski has taken P2, and he's gapped Schultze by 1.5 seconds already, and I do believe this is because they are in amongst traffic. Yes, it looks like Val Thunder is being lapped right now, unfortunately, and this may have presented an opportunity for Verlinski to get past, and he has. 4.2 seconds the gaps to Griesek in P1. That's a lot of ground to make up, but he's already on it.
Got to take your opportunities whenever they come, and yep. The one person you don't want to give an opportunity to is Mr. Verlinski, because he will take it. He is a very, very good driver.
Back on board with Amar. He's right all over the back.
Ooh.
Jeez.
He's so keen to get past.
There's not much between these two boys at all. This is going to get very, very
Really
spicy
isn't.
very, very quickly. Waves all over the back of Crossland as well. Oh, I need like 500 monitors and 16 pairs of eyes, folks. There's so much going on. Falinsky with the fastest lap so far as well, a 1:23.1. Yeah, 1:23.1 is the fastest lap so far, which is actually exactly the same time that Greasic has set as well for the fastest lap. So they are sharing, P1 and 2 are sharing the fastest lap so far.
Interesting. So Greasic probably doing well here to keep control of this race right now.
It's, oh dearie me, Amar has spun it.
Oh,
And that was just unfortunately
yeah.
just one of those. He came in, put the rear on the grass, and
Oh,
well, oh, he's hit the
That's-
wall.
yeah. That's the thing with Brands Hatch. You know, whenever you go wide, the grass is just ready to punish you at every
it.
single opportunity.
It's just going to eat you on board with Way right
Yeah.
now, as he is over the back of Crossland. This is for P6. Going into the first corner, Crossland's go! Oh no! Boys, keep it clean! Keep it clean, please!
Ooh, spicy stuff here.
Sliding all over the shop, but they both made it through somehow. Crossland losing the back end of that Mercedes coming through turn 1, and then Way kind of losing it coming through the straight as he had to correct himself to stop himself going into the back of Crossland. These boys are nuts. But they kept it clean, there was no contact, and they are still going. P6, P7 respectively. Fantastic viewing so far. Our leader, 3.7, 3.8 seconds ahead of Ferlinski now. Then it's Schulze, P3, Brewer, P4, Ivanov, P5, Crossland, P6 on board with Way right now, P7, Spinner, P8, Webb, P9, and running at the top 10 is Royce. And then Val Thunder has pulled himself back up to P14, and he is currently 20 seconds off the back of Amar in P13. But he has got a long way in terms of catching the leader. He's about a minute and a half behind so far. Going to go on board with Ivanov. She is all over the back of Brewer. We have a little look at their representative lap times, and I can see that it is tight between them. Ivanov has had the better last couple of laps. Overall, Brewer has got the faster time, but I don't think that's going to matter right now, because it looks like Ivanov has the bit between his teeth, and that Lamborghini seems very settled. 15 minutes, just over 50 minutes into the race. Gap at the front is also coming down.
Bit by bit, just getting whittled away. That's going to start building pressure throughout the race, isn't it?
It is. There's nothing more, you know, horrifying than having to check over your shoulder, and every lap you can just see a tenth disappearing. You just know, like, at some point that's going to become zero.
Yeah, and it's, those mirrors are going to be full of a very big Lexus front grille.
Oh, yes. Let's hope that Greasic can kind of hold composure and, you know, not let anything get to him. We are going to quickly jump to Way, because this one's really getting spiced up between Way and Crossland. Is the McLaren again all over the back of the Mercedes. Going up to turn 1. Let's see what is going to happen here. A little bit more comfortable from Crossland. Way getting a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
Both drivers seem to be making each other uncomfortable through that first section anyway. Well, through the first couple of corners, definitely making each other uncomfortable. Way just letting himself be known. I mean, looking at how bright that McLaren is, you'd definitely be distracted if you saw that in the mirrors.
You would definitely see it.
Don't know, I quite like the alloys, I'm not going to lie. I like that reflect. You know what it reminds me of? Brawn GP, that's what it reminds me of.
Oh, yes. Yes. An absolute legendary livery. Beautiful,
So simple, but you always noticed it a mile off.
Exactly. So recognizable.
Gap at the front again. It's slowly coming down. It's another 10th been eaten by Ferlinski. So he's now currently 3.4 seconds behind. Oh, that would just make me really, I don't know, annoy me, I suppose. That he's just catching inch by inch. I'm hoping it'll lead to, well, that's one thing. Catching's one thing, passing's a whole nother thing. We know what the racing game is like. So this battle is kind of going way. It is kind of petering off a little bit on board with Webb as he's all over the back of Spinner, who's got the back end of that Lexus all the way out. There again, front wheel drive, all that power in the front wheels. You've got literally no weight and no power over the rear. Webb dives in a bit deep. Oh my goodness. Spinner almost going too deep as well, coming off the first corner. Ferrari versus Lexus. So you basically got one car pulling itself along and one car pushing itself along. The Ferrari, all the weight being in the rear. Lexus, all the weight being in the front. You'd have to say the Ferrari definitely looks the more stable of the two cars, but then that Lexus just gets on these straights and bye. There's nothing you can do about it. Off he goes. That is a 1.1 second gap made up by Spinner on Webb in just that little part of the track. On board now with Crossland, because Way is still not giving up. Still right behind the Mercedes. Still like, hey dude, I'm here in my very brightly coloured McLaren, and I'm going to put you off and get past you. Well, Crossland's like, no, not having that today. Lead at the front now down to 3 seconds, folks. That one will be coming to very soon, I believe. But right now on board with one of the closest battles on track. Crossland versus Way into turn 1. These guys have been putting each other off down here all race. But finally, a nice little clean run in. As Crossland goes deep defending. Way gets that nice kind of outside-inside brush. But both drivers holding very nicely. Way running a little wide there, giving Crossland the advantage just to gap out a little bit more, but not by much.
Crossland's doing a great defensive job here. He knows exactly where to place that car.
Slipstream Way's not going to have it. That Mercedes does have a lot of grunt in the front line, straight line. There's just nothing the McLaren can really do. The top end of the McLaren isn't great. Its brakes are horrendous, I have to admit. But see, when it comes to handling and just generally throwing it around corners,
wonderful.
chef's kiss, as they say. But, yeah, I find the brakes on the McLaren very, very spongy, non-reactive.
Tend to agree, yep, and I'm always a bit of an early breaker as well, so it kind of compounds that problem.
Yeah, I'm very much the same. So it's either I don't brake, I don't make it in time, or I'm 20 yards past, like, sorry. Go. Amar is all over the back of Endricio again. A beautiful liveried BMW. Oh, as Amar looks to go down the inside. This is not a part of the track to do it on, boys.
Whoa!
Bump, bump,
yeah,
bump.
Yeah. I think that has been coming for a while. Oh, and then a drift.
I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. Who's at fault for that one? That's hard to tell.
that is a tough one to have a wee look at.
Yeah, and then Tokyo drift through the final corner. Or through that last corner. Interesting.
That does put him up to P12, but yeah, a bit of bump and grind there. Look at the gap at the front though, 2.6 seconds between Griesick and Ferlinski. The Lexus has the foot down right now.
Oh, what a chase this is turning out to be.
They've absolutely gapped Schulze, and he is no slouch. But he is...
Oh, that's
been gapped.
really interesting. Yeah.
Incredible. Oh, that's a horribly damaged looking BMW. Oh, that'll be because it's from Endricio. Endricio. That'll be, yes, that'll be his BMW. That was recently just caught up in a bit of a punching fight, as we just saw.
Ah, that's unfortunate. Andrecio are one of those the ones that had a quali ban and a drive through, so they're already out of position, and yeah, to get some damage as well, that's going to hurt this race.
It is definitely not what he'll be wanting. It seems to be a thing with the BMWs in this race. They started off well, and now they've just been in the wars.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking at Ferlinski as he comes up to lap. And that gap at the front, 2.4 seconds. There you go. You can see Grizik in front. Oh, be flashing the lights, though. He'll be like, get out my way. That was a horrible place to catch anybody, but still a great job from Andrecio to get out of the way where he could. And that did give Grizik another 0.4 second advantage. So Ferlinski will be a bit annoyed with that, but as he's been going on, I don't think it's going to take him long to make that time back up. Look at this battle. It's still going on. Way versus Crossland here for P6. This is going to be a race-long fight, I believe.
It's going to be really interesting to see what happens if either of them decide to bring strategy into play here, but still nothing yet. Probably within range of an early undercut if you were to go now.
I would say, yeah, we are in pit stop territory now. As long as, I believe, if Way was to not repair the damage, it does look like he's had a little bit of a beating at the back of that McLaren. Yeah, it does look like the Venturi tunnels have some damage, so as long as he doesn't repair, he should be fine.
Could have the pace to undercut and come back out in P6, but yeah, only time will tell.
Only time will tell indeed. No shifts of position so far. Val Thunder, though, is already all over the back. Is this him looking to unlap himself on Schulze? Is he that fast? I mean, it is allowed. You are allowed to unlap yourself. Yeah.
That could be very interesting. And in all fairness, Schulze has not served a pit stop yet, but Val Thunder has, so this could actually end up for position at the end of the race. So yeah, if Val Thunder is quicker,
yeah, because if we look at average of
to get through,
look at an average lap time of 1:25, you spend about a minute and 15 seconds in the pits here. If anything, yeah, the only advantage Schulze would have would be fresher tires, but Val Thunder has every chance of actually getting up a decent place on the podium here. Spinner and Webb almost got that. Oh,
that Lexus looking like a complete handful right now. Sideways in several corners.
That just made me think there. Webb and Spinner. We combine them to become a spider.
Spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spider. Spider. Yeah. I was just thinking like, well,
there we go. That's their team for next season. So guys, you got to have a team next season, and you're the spider team because Webb Spinner.
Yep, definitely agree. Team Spider, I like it.
Team Spider.
If they're going to do Lexus or Ferrari, that's up to them. Val Thunder has made the move on Indricio, and he's made the move in Schulze as well.
Oh.
Nice one. Now, he doesn't technically have to get out of the way now because he's clearly faster than Schulze.
He's got to pull away, though. He's really, really got to open the taps now and make sure that he does gap Schulze quick enough.
Indeed, and he is now 7.5 seconds behind Amar. So he is catching, and he is catching quick. But as you said, a lot of these guys are yet to pit. Gap at the front now, Grizik to Ferlinski is 2.2 seconds, and the gap to Schulze is 8.8 seconds further back. Then we have Brewer, who is still battling with Ivanov for P4. Crossland is kind of just doing his thing at the moment, with Way still making sure that he knows he's there. I'm going to nip to this because
Spinner, sorry, Spinner there, lose control on the main straight. Yeah, coming out of the final corner.
Spin, 2 spins. Yeah, wow.
Couple of donuts. Not sure what that was for. We didn't quite catch the start of that. Was he trying to pit and lost control?
It looked like he just clipped the inside with the front tires and it's just skipped the back of the car out. Yeah, well, again, I couldn't see it exactly myself either, but that's what it looked like. gap down less than 2 seconds at the front, and we're in the pit stop phase. So this is going to be interesting to see what strategy the leaders pull. Who's going to pit first? Who is basically going to fire the shot and go, hey, okay, how are we playing our race? But you got to admit, at the moment, Ferlinski looks like he's in a very strong position to get some real good points and possibly win this race. Let me see, Webb has got past Way. Oh, no, that's because Crossland is now in the pits as well. Did something happen to Way?
I think so.
Oh!
Yeah, there we go.
He ended up in the gravel.
Yeah, so a mistake there from Way. And that's cost him. He's down to P7 now. When he was fighting considerably further up.
So Fuller's also in the pits. It's Crossland and Fuller are both in the pits. Ferlinski is still 1.7 off the back of our leader. We're going to go on board with Ivanov, who is still behind Brewer and keeping him honest. So Valthunder
Link first in this battle.
Exactly. Oh, as Ivanov goes wide round there. Valthunder has seen himself now up to P11 with the 5.5 seconds behind Amar and P10. So he's catching. And a lot of the guys ahead.
This is a good recovery.
It's indeed a lot of the guys ahead. Again, as you said, haven't pitted yet. So we're not going to count him out just yet. Anything can still happen. Koenig not having the best of times at the moment. He is down in 16th, though he has pitted with heavy damage. So we're just going to have a little look, see how he's getting on. The car's looking... Yeah, he's got that all repaired. That would have taken a little bit of a while. So he's just doing his own thing at the back in P16 right now, but should start making back some places when some guys start pitting.
Still some good points down there. You know, it pays to keep going with points going all the way down to P20. So, definitely finishing the race is better than not finishing at all. And you never know. At the end of the day, someone else could make a major mistake, and then you get their position as well. So, yep, keeping going.
That's it. Don't give up. That's the right kind of attitude. Amar has now pitted. Spinner is now pitted. This promotes Valthunder up to P9. I want to see is Crossland. You see biting earlier on. Crossland was fighting with Way, who hasn't pitted yet.
This is going to be interesting. Crossland, I think, is probably going to come out in front of Way. Or rather, Way is going to come out behind Crossland.
I would think so, yeah. That gap is kind of... Oh, yeah, definitely. No, he's definitely not going to make that gap back up. I didn't realise how far they were apart. So Way will drop a lot of places unless Crossland makes a mistake. He's currently P10. Leaders are still out at the moment. Grizik in that lovely livery. I say that, and Grizik is the first one jumping the pits. And Ferlinski
Ferlinski in two.
Yes, they pulled each other in.
Two.
Look at how quick Ferlinski got on the brakes, though. That gap went from like 1.6 seconds to 0.2 of a second.
Wow, that might have been where he just closed up all of the gap.
He did. That was a wonderful pit entry. Don't see any penalties.
Assuming he's not got a penalty.
I don't see a
penalty. Because it won't tell us until the end. Fingers crossed it's not, because otherwise... Yeah, we are in for a good race if there's no penalties here.
So that puts Brewer into P1 with Ivanov into P2. Well, that was quite the synchronised pit. On board with Way at the moment. Schultz is also in the pits. I want to stay on board with these guys. So it is... Ferlinski jumped him.
Verlinski's. Oh, I wonder, has Verlinski decided not to change tires and Graysick has?
Maybe, or was Verlinski more on the ball with the engine start on the pit drop?
Yeah, possible. But either way,
We've got
massive time loss in the pits.
Yeah, and of course we're looking at what is our provisional race leader right now, and that gap is up to 1.7 seconds. So just before they came into the pits, at the pit entry, Grzyk was 1.8 ahead of Verlinski. 3 corners coming out of the pit, Verlinski is over a second, 1.7 seconds ahead of Grzyk now. How? How has he done it?
I think it's gotta be tires. I think Verlinski's taken a massive gamble here and decided not to put tires on.
Well, fingers crossed.
He will be slower.
Fingers crossed. Next week, I will have my thing working where it'll tell us if they have changed tires or not.
Wonderful. That would be nice and tasty.
Way is out the pit. He is P9. And you're right. Crossland up to P8.
Crossland.
Thunder now P7. So he'll be chasing up the back of Schultze. Obviously Webb and Brewer yet to pit. Speak of the devil, and Brewer will pit. Webb also pits. Ivanov is the only one of the lead pack yet to pit, I think. Yeah, it's just Ivanov. He's enjoying the fact he's in P1 right now, and rightfully so.
Why not?
Clean track, nice clean air. Let's get some laps in.
Just enjoy it. Get some laps in.
Yeah, we'll give you a bit of telly time as well, pal. There you go. Let's see, we're not nice to you. It's not often I usually follow the leader because they're that far ahead and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Pack is split
Especially
up.
during pit stop time.
Especially during pit stop time, yes. It's usually when I get the kettle on. Grzyk, 1.5 seconds. So he is hanging on at the back of Verlinski. It's just coming through the pits. And there you go. There you go. Commentator's curse again. Ivanov in the pits. Webb is also in the pits. So everybody has made their scheduled stop.
So it is just a straight sprint to the finish now. Graysick closing down Verlinski. He's just taken a tenth out of him. This is not over yet.
It is not. Now, if he didn't change tyres, is he suffering a little bit with the 24 minutes to go? Or if he did change tyres, is he struggling with warm-up still, like they had at the kind of what it looked like he had at the start of the race? Oh my goodness!
That's not ideal for your brand new tyres.
No! Don't we get him covered in the old gritty stuff? So that promotes Schultze back up to P3 with Ivanov in the pits. And there is 15 seconds back from Grzyk to Schultze. And Ivanov comes out in P4, and I think he's just going to beat Brewer. He does. The overcut works for Ivanov.
Wow.
By 0.3 of a second, so well done to him. Great maneuver, great strategy.
Beautiful strategy.
As I think Verlinski was listening to you, I'm not going to lie, because he heard that the gap was closing. He went, oh, is it now? And he's put it back up to 2 seconds.
He has.
We are hitting heavy traffic here. That is Koenig we are going round. That is the other Lexus of Spinner who has a drive-through.
Oof. Ooh.
Yep, Spinner
That's
has
interesting.
a drive-through.
Oh, that's got to be for track limits, that one.
That's
or unfortunate.
maybe speeding in the pit lane? I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, possible. Yeah, possible.
I'm going to quickly jump to Brewer because this one is getting on. Brewer, who's on a lap older tyres than Ivanov, so they'll be up to temperature now. And he's hounding all over the back of the Lamborghini. But Ivanov looks like he's placing that car in all the right places. Spinner is coming in to serve his drive-through now. So this will see him drop right down the order, unfortunately. I can see this putting him not too far ahead of Koenig in P15. Verlinski is... Yeah, he definitely heard you, Mav. He's now 2.8 seconds up the road already.
Oh, wow.
So he definitely heard you and went, all right then, cool.
What a lap.
I'm
That's
still
23-0.
Oh, wow,
My
yeah.
goodness.
And I'm
That's
still.
almost better than his quality time.
I mean, he's done a second a lap faster than Griesick last lap,
Yep.
and I'm still gobsmacked
Wow.
over the whole pit stop thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Wow. Incredible, incredible stuff from
Oh.
Berlinski.
Spinner is all over the back of Rouse here, and wide, very wide spinner. He catches it, comes back, and very, very tight, very wide from the pair of this is going to get interesting. Oh, we're going to be getting... This is it. The pit stops have came, the pit stops have gone, and all the action is kicking back off again as the kind of pack condenses itself. Fuller's been overtaken by Amar. Yep, I'm going to quickly nip back to where this happened. Obviously a better drive out there by Amar. He's going to come into the last corner around the outside by the looks of things, so it's McLaren head-to-head. Round the outside. Oh my goodness, how did they not make contact? And that was just a very nice manoeuvre around the outside by Amar. Very nice indeed.
Beautiful stuff.
Let's go back to this spinner and Rose batter. I'm in the mood for pancakes now, I think. See how these two are going. I like Spinner takes some very, very incredibly tight cutting lines. I suppose that makes sense with the Lexus being front-wheel drive.
Yeah, you probably want to be getting really up onto the curbs. It's going to be able to take those curbs quite well. So, yep, you may as well cut and carry as much speed as you can.
Jump to way in Crossland. How many times have we seen that this race already coming into turn one?
Oof. Crossland again, just knowing where to put that car.
It's crazy. And we do have the BMW of Lau in and amongst them, just behind. Oh, Crossland didn't get the exit, but Way didn't get the room either.
Did he try the cutback here? Might be a little bit earlier on throttle. Ah, but that Mercedes has got some really good legs on it.
It does indeed. That V8 screaming its way ahead. And there's nothing that the McLaren can do there. But this is where the McLaren will start to pick up. And he just needs to try and find the gap. But Crossland being smart, and he's making that Mercedes as wide as possible. And he's not giving Way any chance.
Oh, bit of a look.
Oh, Konig's back in the pits. That's second pit stop for Konig.
Oh no, is that more damage? It's unfortunate for Koenig.
Could be that, or it could just be a case of new tyres. As again, hopefully next week we'll find out by looking at a leaderboard thingy that I'll have that works.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice. So far, closest battle on track right now is this one. Way versus Crossland for Linsky. 2.6 seconds the gap now to Griesick in P2. And then the gap further behind is just extending. Schulze is now 19 seconds behind Griesick. And then it's a further 15.5 seconds back to Ivanov. So the top three, the podium runners, have ran away, but P1 and 2 have really run away with this race so far. Indricio is 1.6 off the back of Lau, P14 and 15. So not much change back there. Brewer is still all over the back of Ivanov, but again, he just doesn't seem to have that last 0.2, 0.3 in him.
Yeah, he's trying to find a way through, but Ivanov just driving a massively wide Lamborghini right now, and yeah, that battle just keeping going for several laps. Wow, even I can't England right now.
No, I don't think any of us can England right now.
Yeah, but traffic ahead for Ivanov, so that might give Brewer a bit of a chance.
It is indeed, and it looks like he is coming up to the back of Rouse. Yeah, it will be. This is the back of Rouse because we have Spinner just ahead of this battle. As you see him there, the Ferrari getting out the way, and I love the mirror there in this car, that BMW.
Wow.
Brewer is like, I'm still here, buddy.
I think Brewer actually gained time over that whole interaction there. He dived down the inside and trying to take advantage of Jan having a compromised line.
This should be a nice little view to see what you see. There's the incline there. Just how deep you dive down this hill is ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
That is a great angle to view it at. It has to be said.
Oh, we nearly ended up getting BMW right in the middle of the screen.
Yes, and then definitely I'd call that curse to the commentators. Like, they are trying to get us, Mav. They're trying to get us. Closest battle on track right now, folks, is this one that we're watching. Ivanov on board with P4 with Brewer and the BMW right behind us. And I don't know why, but I keep saying it. I'm getting touring car vibes looking at this.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you can hear that BMW now over the McLaren. That's scary. What's that? Lamborghini, I apologise. It's going to be a fantastic battle, and I think the feeling this one is going to run to the end. Not much.
Definitely. I mean, there's not much. There's nowhere to make a proper pass. So this is going to be a struggle all the way to the end of the race. I think 15 minutes to go.
Quickly jump on board with Crossland now, because I was about to say there should be a Mr. Way all the way behind this Mercedes. It's just got such a big wing you could never tell there was anything behind it. I promise you, ladies and gents, there is a McLaren there. I'm not looking at the Lexus further back. But this battle
This is why Crossland has just kept driving as he normally does. He can't feel the pressure because he can't see a car.
That is probably a very good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that before. In this battle, I mean, we have got under 15 minutes to go, 14 and a half minutes. So this has been a 45-minute battle between these two so far because it's been non-stop. And we have Spinner.
Genuinely has.
Spinner's been lapped, I believe. So yeah. So he's not part of this battle behind, but they are just relentless, these two, and it's been clean driving. That's the thing. It's been
beautifully so. A wonderful battle. Oh, this could be an opportunity though.
Oh, I want to get on the back of this one as well, because Fuller and Spinner are having a battle. I'm sorry, so that was him getting lapped. They were getting lapped. That is...
Oh, that's for Linsky. Linsky coming through to lap those guys.
Yeah. Here is this battle, which is Spinner and Fuller, and look who's right behind them is Ivanov and Brewer.
Oh! This is going to be very interesting indeed.
Let's go on to the tail here. I'm going to quickly switch up to the helicam so we get a better view of what's going on. Brewer looks like he's lost a little bit. Spinner's going to lead, but this is going to annoy Spinner because I need to get back to this one. Fuller's going to take advantage of him having to slow all the way back down.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. Can Fuller take advantage?
Oh, no, I'm going to keep this view on because we're just going to watch how far back that McLaren goes.
Oh, wait, is there a McLaren still there? Oh yeah, I can see the pixel of a McLaren. That Lexus is just a machine in a straight line, isn't it? Absolutely crazy stuff.
It sounds gorgeous too.
Oh, definitely. Beautiful, beautiful machine.
A little quick glimpse of Spinner there. Lau all over the back of Indricio now. Bump. Oops.
Ooh, a little boop.
little bumper rubbing. It's nothing bad. Rubbing is racing, as they say. It's fine.
Yes, indeed.
Interesting livery on the side of that BMW. I quite like it.
It is quite nice. I do like that one.
It's bright. It's cheerful. It's very anime.
Yep. Wonderful.
It's nice. I like the colours. I'll go with that.
And it's great to see that every driver is able to bring their own personality to it.
Well, that's it. That makes it a community-driven thing, isn't it? Is everybody's got their own little designs and
exactly
showing off a bit of themselves.
Yes, indeed.
Koenig is back in the pits again. Third pit stop.
Yikes.
Let's have a little look to see. There's no active damage on that Ferrari. Not that I can see. Interesting.
Interesting.
Koenig not having a good race at all. His weight is still over the back of Crossland. We've got just over 10 minutes to go, and these two are relentless. Absolutely relentless. Gap at the front is 3.2 seconds. Fastest lap now at 1:23.4. No, sorry, 1:23.0. Still was. It's just, yeah, he's kind of gapping at 0.3 of a second a lap now. Is Griezig? Is Ferlinski on Griezig? So he's starting to find his mojo, I would say.
Yes, indeed.
See Way as he is all over the back of Crossland. Oh! A mistake there from Crossland. I really want to replay it, but I really don't at the same time because I don't want to be leaving this. He's going to go try the outside. No, Crossland's putting the car all in the right places, but these two, it's going to be either a glorious overtake or there's going to be a fender bender. Because it's close. Crossland getting squirrely, and look at here, we've got Way all over the back, but the Mercedes again has the legs. Oh, early on the brakes though, round the outside.
That was spicy.
We are side by side. Well held. Oh, Crossland's gone very wide. Oh no, the curse.
Oh, trying to defend on the inside. It was just, too late on the brakes.
Right, I want to go back 30 seconds because that was a heck of a battle.
What a battle. My goodness.
Side by side, gents.
Whew.
And then, yeah, as you said, just too deep on the brakes. Overran the car.
Unlucky, because that was just such a beautiful drive, and Crossland was doing everything perfectly every lap there.
Kudos to both drivers.
Oh, for sure.
But that was the closest battle on the track, and it has kind of gapped up right now. Everyone's found their things. Oh, is that a spinner? I think it was spinner. It was it spinner? It was Ferlinski.
Oh,
That's Lexus.
You're right.
It was.
Ferlinski. Oh, what happened?
Where did you go? Buttons. Let's go back. Oh. He's just lost it. It looks like he's gone wide. Looking at the dust marks there, he's gone wide. He's touched the rear of the car. Oh, he's came back on. Oh, looks like Way was also going wide.
Oh no!
And he's just, he's hit the grass, lost the back end, and hit the wall. Not much damage though at the front of the Lexus, but that is now a gap of 13 seconds to Griezig. I didn't see that one come. I just saw the Lexus and. No.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, Spinner. I instantly thought it was you at the back, but no, it was our previous race leader, Ferlinski. Wow.
It was third last corner coming down into the final sector, and it just got a little wide. Rear wheel touched the grass, and that was it.
Incredible
that's
stuff.
unlucky, but incredible luck for Gracek. Now he got that lead back. 13 seconds of a lead now.
He is. He's starting to pull it, and I wonder if Ferlinski will just be like, all right, I'm going to back it off and make it to the end of the race now because we've only got 7.5 minutes left. The last thing he wants to do is, try to push hard on the catch-up and has another major off because it's proven as much as he was dominant today, there is a vulnerability there, and it unfortunately showed his ugly head and stuck him in the barrier.
Yeah, he's got to be thinking about the championship right now. His main rival is Schultz behind. Gracek is another strong one, that has a lot of points, but really Ferlinski's got to think about just chipping away at Schultz's lead. Schultz out in front in the Drivers' Championship right now, so you don't want to risk too much, and then potentially ending up in the wall and then Schulze gets an absolutely massive point advantage on you, and then you're on the back foot.
That's it. We definitely don't want that. Not at this point in the race anyway, with just under 7 minutes to go. Big winner so far coming up the grid is Val Thunder. He's made himself up to P6. He's had it quiet since that earlier incident that put him all the way back down the order. But yeah, P6 where he's at. He's slowly catching on the back of Brewer, but I don't think he's going to have quite enough time to do so. Now, would it be surprising you if I was to say Mr. Way's on the back of somebody again?
Oh, here we go. Mr. Webby. So, ooh, little dip of the grass, though. So, this is going to be interesting. McLaren and Ferrari are probably a bit closer matched in, you know, their relative performance. So, this is going to be interesting to see if Way can find a way through here at all. Or can Webby hold on?
We could hope that Webby would hold on, but it does look like there's quite a bit of substantial damage to that Ferrari. So,
yeah, it's got to be tricky to drive that thing.
It will be. So I wonder if Way is just going to bide his time, find a little bit of a moment with the Ferrari's going to be a little bit weaker with the aero damage that it's got, and, you know, find a little space, make the move, because he's definitely got the pace on Webb at the moment. I'm going to look at their last relative laps with a 124.7 for Way and a 126.7 for Webb. So there's like a 1.5 seconds difference there last lap. So I wonder if maybe Webb had a mistake. But either way, Way is coming through. Oh.
Yeah. He's got to find a way through. 4 minutes to go. Surely there's no way Webb can keep Way behind right now. Oh, a little bit of camera confusion there.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Camera. Please wake up.
Don't know where he was at. He was like, thought I'd forgotten about him, I think. No, you're still on duty for 4.5 minutes, mate.
Yeah, cameraman, please wake up. You know, yeah. He was thinking we were driving MX-5s, you know, he wasn't expecting them to be so quick.
Oh, bro. See, again, Way has been proving that he's been producing a lot of the action today, to be honest, mostly with Crossland, but now, you know, he's having a little battle here with Webb, and it's nice to see, to be honest with you. He's been busy all race long, so he's probably quite tired come the end of this, and this is the battle for P7 at the moment. So still some good points on offer, even far down the order. Not much else happening in the way of anything. Lau is P15 at 1.8 seconds behind Andricio. Koenig is back in the pits again. Unsure if he's just stayed in the pits or what's going on, but he's been in the pits for a while now.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there.
Crossland's had an accident.
Oh, Crossland! No!
Oh.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Something didn't look right there.
I wonder, has he caught damage at some point?
It's just the car didn't look like it was responding to him, so he's dropped down to P11 now, which is...
Oh, that's really unfortunate after Crossland having such a good day today. You know, he's driven really, really well. Oh, yeah. Unfortunate.
It wasn't short, unfortunately. As I say, as you say, he had a great battle as we're watching Fuller and Rice go at it through the last sector here. As we're saying, yeah, his battle away today, Crossland versus Way, that was fantastic racing from the pair. That was just unfortunate that it ended up going wide after turn one and letting Way through. And obviously with that spin out, it's cost him more time and put him down to P11. He deserves better, but that's just the way of racing, unfortunately. It does look like Koenig has retired. He is not leaving the pit. But on board with Royce at the moment as he chases down Fuller, and this is for P12. Again, another Ferrari versus McLaren battle. Way and Webb are getting spicy. But so are these two as Royce looks to go down the inside of Fuller. And he makes it. Move done nice and clean. That is P12 for the Ferrari driver. Something's happened to Mr. Way. Oh dearie me. What's happened here? So, oh, that's a big one.
It's that touch on the grass again.
Oh, that was a big one. I go Schultz through to lap him again, but oh man, yeah, there's no point pitting. 1:16 left. Ferlinski's had another off somewhere. He's now 14.5 seconds down. Either that or he's just not got the pace.
Maybe just backed off just in order to make sure he does preserve the speed 2. He doesn't really have to push too much in order to be able to get it.
Schultz at 11 seconds back from Ferlinski, so you do have a point. I just had thought he was something had happened where he'd backed off too much, but he just getting overexcited, I think, at the end of this race. 40 seconds left to go. Where are we at the moment with Grzyk? Is he going to get another lap in? Let's go see where we are on the track. We're going to get one more lap in here, Maverick, today.
We're going to get one more. Yep, it is going to be one more.
So there we go. Last lap here at Brands Hatch. What an incredible race it has been. It's been non-stop action.
Oh, wow, action from lights to flag. This has been crazy stuff.
And these guys have been keeping us on our toes from the start. The grid is nothing like what it started, that's for sure. We've had guys going up, guys going down, guys spinning all around. It's been non-stop. I have to say thanks very much for joining us. And it has been a pleasure. But we're still not done yet, because anything can happen before Grzyk gets to the line. And I don't want to put that commentator's curse on, because then I'll probably never have to show face again if anything was to happen.
Most definitely not.
I'm feeling the pitchforks and an angry mob in the Discord when I come back if that was to happen. Still pushing the BMW hard though, enough to get the back end wiggling through there, but he's not got long to go. One big corner, and then it's going to be full points. A solid race, no mistakes. He's just kept it to himself, done his own thing. Congratulations, Grzyk. P1 at Brands Hatch.
Wow, what a race. Congratulations. My goodness. That was entertainment the whole way through. Ferlinski P2.
He does fastest lap of the race as well for Ferlinski. So you can take that away with him.
Yep, that's going to minimize the damage to the championship for now. Not ideal, but yep.
We have Ivanov is going to come through for a very well-deserved P4. He's did a quiet, solid race. He's done his thing, and he brings that Lamborghini home for some solid points.
Yeah, that's the thing we see from Ivanov so many times as well. You know, he puts it in these really good, consistent drives, and when other drivers, you know, fall off the track or get penalties, etc., then Ivanov just takes the position. You know, because he's there when he needs to be. So, yeah, brilliant drive from Jan here today. And on the pole, Mr. Grzyk wins driver of the day, and I can see why. For me, Grzyk has got to be driver of the day. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. He's had a flawless race. There's nothing more to it. Yeah, we saw Ferlinski had the pace, but when you make a mistake, you don't win a race, and it's a simple. Grzyk, he didn't make a mistake. He just had a very heads down race, pitted well, and yeah, completely earned, flawless drive, I'd say. So congratulations.
For sure, you know, and Way certainly should have been in that consideration as well. You know, car 71, up until that last mistake towards the end there. But he's just been cutting through the field and doing so well to battle through there. Definitely would be in consideration for driver of the day for me too. And a little spin around of the Ferrari there.
That's how you get front wheel drive to spin, says Ferlinski.
Yep, yeah, a little flick spin. So, brilliant racing there today. I've really enjoyed that.
I did indeed. If I would, I'd put another recommendation for driver of the day down. Would have been Val Thunder as well. Unfortunate that he had the off early doors, but to come back for P6.
Yeah, for sure. A great recovery drive from Val. I think for me, it would just not be quite enough for driver of the day. Gresick gets it better because Gresick's not made the mistake. Val Thunder put himself in the position there where he had to make their recovery drive. But you're right, to keep the head down. And this is exactly why, no matter what happens in the race, keeping going, keeping fighting matters, because that is a P6, some really damn good points. And you know what? For the rest of the season, Val Thunder, I think he's going to be a winner before the end of this season.
I'm definitely going to go with you on that one and 100% agree. And I'm just looking at the calendar. Next up, actually one of my personal favourites and a track that I do enjoy running on. It's Valencia next Saturday.
Oh, Valencia. That is going to be an absolutely lovely one to witness.
It is. It's super technical, super fun. I'll have to say that one. I'd actually say it probably suits the Lexuses quite well, but I think McLarens and Ferraris as well, I think they may have a good shout. But until then, what have we got up next? It'll be the Tatuses, Thursday.
Tatus once again. Yes, indeed.
Oh, where are we?
We are looking forward to that.
Yeah. I love my Tatus.
Oh, yeah.
Where are we? Let me just have a quick check.
Should be Bahrain, if I'm not mistaken.
You are right. That is right. The Tatuses and MX-5s are Bahrain. So Thursday and Friday, folks, keep an eyes out, keep them peeled, because we'll be hosting them live. Also, if you are interested in joining the community, fire along to SimGrid. You can find us there, Phoenix Sim Sports. And also, we have the Discord. All the information you can find in the Twitch links below. Have we got anything else this evening, Maverick, or is that us?
If you do have LMU, do join us for that. You'll find our sim grid as well. And keep an eye out for streams coming for LMU very soon as well. Yeah, we will see you hopefully on the track.
Indeed. Well, it's been a pleasure having you as watch us. That was a fantastic session. Action start to finish. Also, a little input we'll put in there is we'll get the VOD up on YouTube very soon as well. So something else for you guys to look forward to. But from me, I think I need a cup of tea, Mav. What about yourself?
Oh, most definitely. I am about to go and put the kettle on right now.
Right, folks. Well, until Thursday, you take care of yourselves. Thanks very much for joining in and watching. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Take care for now. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.